Time now for a look through the international headlines we're following on this Friday morning. For that, as always, we turn to our Eunice Kim standing by at the NewsCenter. Good morning, Eunice.
Hello, Mark.
Now, very sad news. At least 88 Palestinians, including many civilians, are reported dead now in the three-day-old crisis on the Gaza Strip, and the UN Security Council has convened an emergency session.
Indeed, Mark. United Nations Chief Ban Ki-moon is urging restraint, saying the Middle East cannot afford another full-blown war. This as envoys from Israel and Palestine made their case on the global stage. Kwon Soa has this report.
UN Secretary-General Ban Ki-moon made a passionate appeal for a ceasefire during Thursday's emergency session, saying Gaza was on a knife edge.
Today, we face the risk of an all-out escalation in Israel and Gaza, with the threat of a ground offensive still palpable and preventable only if Hamas stops rocket firing.
That surge in rocket fire was triggered amid an Israeli crackdown on Hamas members, which began after the abduction and killing of 3 Israeli teenagers last month. A suspected revenge murder of a Palestinian teenager followed a few days later. Hamas has reportedly launched over 550 rockets into civilian areas in Israel. Israel responded with over 500 airstrikes, part of their Operation Protective Edge launched earlier in the week. The death toll in the Gaza Strip has since passed 85, including dozens of civilians. No Israelis have been killed. The UN chief called on the international community to work with Israeli and Palestinian leaders to stop the situation from escalating and said the region cannot afford another full-blown war. While both Israel and Palestine members of the UN denounced each other, they expressed their sorrow towards the attacks on innocent civilians.
15 seconds. That's how much time you have to run for your life. Imagine having only 15 seconds to find a bomb shelter. Now imagine doing it with small children or elderly parents or an ailing friend.
أحيي صمود شعبنا الفلسطيني البطل وخاصة أهلنا البواسل في قطاع غزة الصامد.
Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu has warned of actually escalating the airstrikes on Gaza, saying a ceasefire is not on the agenda. A spokesperson for Hamas also ruled out restraint. Kwon Soa, Arirang News.